Welcome to Lawnporn.
Yeah,
Lawn on! Five. Oh, you're good. And get it on. Get your load on.
Do you like Jeff?
Yes. Welcome to Lawn Up. Get a load on.
Well, as you can see, my daughter has really been enjoying Jeff's company, and we enjoy Jeff's company too. Jeff was quite surprised that a lot of my friends have been contacting me and saying, yeah, get Jeff back in the videos. So yeah, we'll have a little bit more of Jeff in the videos just for your enjoyment, because it's boring listening to me. So we're midway through week 7 and we're getting really excited because basically we're looking at mowing. But we have a little bit of a problem. We've got some weeds in our lawn, so I'm going to show you what to do in this video. But first, let's get to the mowing. Actually, before we get to the mowing, I've got some new extensions that I've got to put topsoil down on. Now, I've got a bit of an injury with my arm at the moment, I'm not allowed to lift, so using one of the rules of the grass off, asked my neighbour for help, and he obliged. Because of my injury, I'm not allowed to lift anything at the moment, so I asked Andrew if he could help me fill in my areas with topsoil. So we went to the sand yard and got some topsoil, and he was kind enough to do it for me. And he's doing a real good job here using the soil spreader, and it ended up looking really quite good. So to return Andrew's favour, thankfully I don't have to lift anything while using a mower, so I offered to use my reel mower on his lawn and show him how it's done. Now, his lawn's a bit too thin to show the lining up. It shows it up a little bit, but basically he needs a few more weeks before the lines will really show up. So I had a bit of a go, and then I showed him what to do, and he took to it like a pro. See a little bit of lining up there. Sped up the vision for you, but yeah, you're getting the idea of what we're doing. And here's the mowing at normal speed. You can see it's a bit sandy, so we used Delhi the hack mower, and Andrew really did quite a good job. And you can see that we didn't get much in the catcher at all, probably about a quarter of the catcher. So after we did Andrew's, I got it all enthused to do mine, and I set my camera up on a table to get a nice angle of the lawn. As you can see, there's not much in the way of lines there. Starting it up, and yeah, I'll show you how I mow my back lawn. So straight away, just start from an edge, make my way. And then coming back the other way, you will notice that I start getting lines in the lawn, and I'm using a Scott Bonner mower, and that's how I'm getting the lines. So I'm not getting too much of this mow, and it's a mow that I'm doing midway through week 7. So it's coming up real nicely, it's filling in, and those lines are coming up beautifully. Nice even mowing. Takes a bit of practice to get used to it, but once you've sort of set a pattern that you want to do with your lawn, you tend to follow it, and you just get better at it as you go along. So what I'm going to do now is what's called a trim pass, and I'll go right around the edge of where I've mowed, and that will basically tidy it up nicely. Now, the good trick that I do is I do a double pass, and you'll see that the lines actually come out a bit more defined. Now, considering this is only midway through week 7, I'm pretty impressed that it's been lining up. It's starting to get thicker and just get that manicured look. So all in all, real happy with the results so far. And that's how I've mowed the lawn. And as you can see, the bit on the left is the bit that I've mowed, and the bit on the right is the bit that I haven't mowed. You can see the difference, and the lines are starting to come up already, so I'm happy about that. Now you've got to get your weeds out of your lawn to make it look good. Weeds are no good, they take away nutrients from the grass. Now Andrew introduced me to this stuff. It's called Clean Lawn, and basically just get it. It works. You can just spray it on your lawn. It doesn't affect your lawn, it doesn't affect Santa Ana grass, it doesn't affect kikuyu. You can't use it on buffalo lawns though. So your lawn is like your baby. Basically you want to look after them and make sure they grow up happy and healthy. And that's why we use weed killer to get rid of the weeds, so we look after our babies.
Honey kiss. Huh? I like this video.
Oh, good girl.
Lawnporn is proudly sponsored by Mac Power Equipment, Wyala Garden Centre, Quality Sands and Landscape Supply.